By September 1944, General George S. Patton was a man who seemed impossible to stop. His Third Army had just sprinted across France, liberating Paris and shattering the German Wehrmacht. To the world, the war looked almost over, but as Patton reached the gates of an ancient city called Metz, he didn't find a retreating enemy. He found a nightmare. For the first time since Normandy, the unstoppable Patton was about to hit a wall so thick, not even his legendary ego could crack it. This is the story of the one place that turned the American blitzkrieg into a bloody, subterranean meat grinder. And the most shocking part? It was a battle Patton almost lost, not to men, but to a fortress that hadn't fallen in centuries. Metz wasn't just a city, it was a porcupine. Since the Middle Ages, this place had been a strategic lock on the door to Germany, but the Germans had turned it into something much more terrifying. Surrounding the city were dozens of interconnected underground forts, concrete monsters reinforced with modern artillery, tunnels and trenches. General Otto von Knobelsdorff had one order: hold at all costs. Every day Patton was stuck here was another day for Hitler to rebuild his defences at the Rhine. Patton, being Patton, didn't want to wait. He wanted a head-on assault. He thought his tanks could crush anything. He was wrong. Fort Driant. This was the crown jewel of the Metz defences. It was a subterranean city designed to survive a direct hit from the heaviest bombs in existence. The Americans tried everything. They used explosive snakes, long tubes of TNT, to clear minefields. They hammered the walls with 76mm tank fire. Nothing worked. The fighting became personal, brutal, hand-to-hand in dark tunnels where you couldn't tell friend from foe. Soldiers like Andy McGlynn were caught in the chaos, wounded and captured in a maze of concrete. For Patton, Fort Driant wasn't just a setback, it was a humiliation. After weeks of heavy casualties and zero progress, he had to do the one thing he hated most. He called off the attack. But here's where the story takes a turn you won't see in most history books. With his reputation on the line and his army paralysed by the worst winter in decades, Patton was forced to do something radical. He didn't just need a new plan, he needed a new kind of soldier. And he was about to unleash a unit that the world and the German High Command never saw coming. He stopped the suicidal frontal charges and decided to choke the city. This was the moment the 761st Tank Battalion, the legendary Black Panthers, stepped into the light. These African-American tankers, including men like William McBurney, fought with a ferocity that stunned the defenders. While the 95th Infantry Division, later known as the Iron Men of Metz, pushed from the front, Patton launched a massive pincer movement to surround the city. The goal: don't break the forts, isolate them, turn the Germans' own defences into their prison. By November 14th, the trap snapped shut. The new German commander, General Heinrich Kittel, had orders from Hitler himself: no surrender. But as American troops flooded the streets, the defence collapsed. Kittel was wounded and captured on November 21st. The city was finally ours. But the ghosts of Metz didn't leave quietly. The last holdout, Fort Jeanne d'Arc, didn't surrender until December 13th, nearly 3 months after the battle started. The cost: over 10,000 casualties on both sides. Patton won the city, but the Germans won the time they needed to prepare for their final, desperate gamble, the Battle of the Bulge. Metz proved that even the greatest generals can be humbled by a determined enemy and a wall of concrete, but it also proved the grit of the Iron Men who refused to back down. If you enjoy this content, please don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this.